Hi friends, can you hear me? Show me thumbs up. Okay, wonderful. So we're gonna start our today's session. Here I'll show you my dog. Here. Alright. So we're gonna start our today's session, and today is our second day of the practice, so it's cumulative effects, and so we'll engage a little bit deeper and we'll awaken the centers that we've been working so far and get a glimpse of the next one. And as always, we'll start with a warm-up. So begin to rotate the ankle and the knee and the ankle. And the opposite direction. And then next leg. The ankle first and the knee. And then in the opposite direction. Cupping both hands over the knees. And then the opposite direction. And legs shoulder width apart. And rotating the hips. And in the opposite direction. Good. Now upper part of the body only. Wide circles. And in the opposite direction. That's good. Shoulders, wide circles. And then the opposite direction. And wrists. Wrists and elbows, spiral shake. Releasing the stagnation. In the opposite direction. Stretch the wrists. And wrists and elbows. And relaxing the hands. Inhale, shoulders to the ears, hold it for a moment. And exhale, drop the shoulders. And the head and the neck. Gentle rotations. In the opposite direction. That's good. Now we start to awaken the upper centers, interlocking our fingers, lifting up, and twice exhale to each side. Inhale, center. Now center yourself, and same thing with the twisting motions. And exhale. Bring the hands down. Legs wider apart. Knees bent slightly. And as we exhale, we sit. As we inhale, we come up. Leaning backwards the whole time, not to create stress load on the spinal column. So, you can squeeze the perineum muscles, draw the energy of the earth through the spinal column. Feel all the muscles of the leg working. Leaning forward. Now elbows above the knees, back straight, pushing the hips wider open, connecting to the perineum, the conception point. You can visualize shimmering light. Planting the seeds of our original memory of birth in the ocean of our awareness, opening the lower dantian. And conserving the energy in this position. Remember, if the heels don't reach the ground, you can sit on your buttocks, on the sit bones, with the back straight, or with the whole foot, you can sit like this. Breathe. Feel the ground underneath, the air around. No thoughts are necessary. And if they come alongside other sensations, we allow it without getting involved in it. Like the sky that is always pervading all phenomena. You can come up, allow the energy to balance. Bring ourselves into the basic QiGong posture. Legs about, shoulder width apart, knees slightly bent, tailbone inward, middle and upper back elevating the whole body. Feel the roots of the soles of the feet. Feel the connection to the universe at the top center of the head. Roots go down, and at the same time the upper part of our body is growing up towards the heavens. And we start to loosen up. From the hips always. And start bringing it into the heel, below the clavicle and above the hip bone and the kidney area. Find your rhythm. Each tap is either an inhale or exhale. Feel the vibrational quality at the places you're tapping. And inhale, drawing the energy, palms opposite to each other, raising up from the shoulders and shoulder blades, extending the power field as we exhale. Moving slowly and gracefully, inhale Awaken the energy and exhale. Harmonize. Next time we go to awaken, stop at the level of the belly, extend the wrists, and exhale, decompressing the spine, pushing the back in the opposite direction, and inhale, drawing fresh energy into the lower dantian. You can go into the rhythmic movement with this. Also, it's very beneficial. So, bringing the hands all the way up and the back all the way down, and then feeling that stretch, and then allowing that energy to bring you back. Exhale, inhale. Allow your body to work like a pump, pumping fresh energy into circulation. Next time, hands go back. We continue the movement and bringing the hands in the back, palms pointing diagonally to the back of our legs, chest open, shoulders relaxed. Feel the cushions of air supporting you under your armpits, elbows, palms. Knees always slightly bent, not to lack the circulation. Go into the warrior, leaning on the lotuses of flower, bodhisattva, leaning on the lotuses of flower. Under each of our palms, you can visualize a lotus flower supporting us. The palm should be open in a way where the shoulders can lean back. Contemplating the mud of our existence, all the challenges, adversity on the level of energy, and opening our hearts to that energy. Learning to keep the heart open under all circumstances, and allow all situations to teach us how to keep the heart more open in our lives. flowing into the chest and hands, then the rest of the body. And from here we'll start going to the flying maneuver, so exhaling, hands forward, body slightly back, rotate the hands. Inhale, body forward, hands back. Moving like a pendulum. The upper body is in one line with the lower body as we move back and forth. Activating the lymphatic system, cerebrospinal fluid circulation. Next time the hands go back, as we inhale, lift them to the level of the shoulders and continue the same movement. With the wings wide open, hands don't move much, they just stabilize the body as it moves back and forth. Body forward, inhale, and body back, exhale. Good to exert the effort in the shoulders and arms to activate those meridians that flow through those areas. Connect to the more subtle flow of energy. With your palms, feel the air like you're swimming through it. And as the hands go back, we exhale, bringing them down. Feel the awareness centering around the shoulders and the chest area. Legs shoulder width apart. Elbows together. And we bend forward with the back straight, like we're ready to dive into the ocean, the golden turtle, entering into the sea of infinity. Interlocking our palms like this, under our knees, relaxing the head and the neck. Exhale, push the vertebrae up, releasing all the tension from the spinal column. Inhale, relax slightly, exhale, push more, making the back look perfectly round from the tailbone all the way to the neck. And slowly inhale, come up, arching the back in the opposite direction, elbows in the back, torso coming out of the water. And as you stretch more fully, bring the elbows together and bending forward as low as we can so that the knees can touch the ribs on both sides. The back straight. So we have connected the lower and the middle dantians in this position and harmonize them, coming up, allowing the energy to stabilize. And from here we'll condense the energy in the lower dantian a bit more, so bringing the hands slightly closer and farther apart in front of the belly. Breathe with your belly. Feel the magnetic resonance, the warmth of the life force being cultivated between our palms. As the energy becomes more and more tangible, you condense the energy, bringing the palms closer together. And you can even try to circulate it like this when you feel the pressure in the palms as you move it. And as the ball is more and more formed, we infuse it with our positive intentions. All the most peak positive memories of our lives, that energy, that state of being, without the appearances, is infused in a ball of energy in our hands. And we can now insert it into the belly until the palms touch the belly, right below the belly button. Breathe into this positivity, absorb it into the core of who you are. That is the very center of the body, right below the belly button, the core of our being. And bringing the hands on both sides, condensing it even more. Now inside the belly, we're condensing the ball. Breathing into the belly, keeping the belly relaxed at all times. And as we exhale, bringing the hands closer together and feeling the energy condensing in our bellies. And bring the palms back onto the belly. Visualizing an inner smile formed at the center of our belly. Relaxing the hands and allowing this well-being to permeate throughout our organism. Connecting to that will to embody the greatest potential of well-being in our lives and offering it in service to the greater organism, allowing the energy to flow. And from here we start to loosen up once again. Circulating that well-being from the center of the belly, from the hips, as we're loosening the body, allowing that state of ease and restfulness to permeate every cell of our organism. bring it into the lungs, the kidneys, with the heels. Going to the energetic motion, cupping the palms and doing the same movement using the amplitude to rotate us back and forth without using any effort from the arms. And the elliptical movement. These twisting motions are very healthy for the body. Squeezing all the organs and bringing fresh circulation into them. And inhale, bring energy up. Exhale, extend the power field. Inhale, awaken, and inhale, exhale, harmonize. Inhale, bring the hands to the level of the chest, the thumbs closer to the palms, small distance between the palms, like this. And then visualizing like there's a silver string coming out of our chest, offering our hearts to the world. Exhale, hands move forward, body moves back. Then inhale, bringing the hands in the back. You can massage through the sides. And exhale, offering the hearts to the world. So again, like a pendulum, the upper body and the lower body are in one line. Activating the middle dantian. Now that we've offered our heart to the world, we begin to honor all beings, both hands in the back. And then one hand massages out, coming out from the center and turning to one side as we do that. And then inhale, look at the tips of the fingers and honor all beings in your life. Bring the hand in the back, exhale, and then inhale, do the same thing on the other side. Now that we've honored all beings in our lives, offered our hearts to the world, we begin to receive the love of all beings, whether it's kind love or tough love, but we start to recognize love within everything more and more. So from the back, we inhale, bringing the hands forward, small distance between the palms, and bringing the body closer to the hands closer to the body. Exhale, body back and the hands forward, again like a pendulum. And this brings us into the warrior hugging the tree of life. So next time we bring the hands around, making a big circle with our hands, small distance between the palms, feeling the barrel effect from the front and the back, knees always slightly bent, tailbone inward so there is no tension, creating a lower back. And you can visualize like you're hugging a big tree of life right in front of your chest. Visualize cushions of air supporting you under armpits, elbows, hands. You can also visualize the tree that you're hugging and can support you in that way as well. Whatever tensions we have in our body, we can channel them through the soles of our feet into the earth, so let them dissolve in the tree of life. Breathe. Feel the air flowing into the chest and hands and the rest of the body. The static meditative positions are known to be the most beneficial in QiGong, tuning us into the subtle flow of energy within. And as we exhale, we can relax our hands, bring them down slowly, the palms opening towards the sky, chest open, shoulders relaxed in the back, and maintain this open position for a moment. you can relax, massage a little bit whatever tension may be left in the shoulders and arms, and legs together, interlocking the elbows and bending down with the back straight. Bridge over the river of infinity. Breathe into lower back, into the kidney area. And slowly coming up, allowing the energy to balance. And the reverse position, Shiva dancing or spleen activating in QiGong. So, stretch the leg in the back as far away as possible. And same thing on the other leg. Coming back, observing the life force within, the state of being the session is bringing us into. Hands together, we'll shoot the arrow of our intentions into infinity, activating the lung and large intestine, pointing finger up and the thumb outward, and inhale horizontally, bringing the hand all the way out. Feel the stretch in the finger that is pointing up, and exhale, hands together, doing the same on the other side, looking at the tip of the finger pointing up. And bring the hands together, and from here interlocking the thumbs behind our back, leaning down as low as we can. Bring the hands up above our head as much as possible. And coming back, hands together. And before we complete our session today, we'll do the rabbit perineum activating exercise. So hands down, inhale, squeeze the perineum all the way up, and then exhale to the level of the belly, squeeze the perineum even more. As the hands go down, the energy rises up through the spinal column to the top center of the head. Bring the hands together, restoring our breath, feeling the roots simultaneously with the top center of our head, the connection to the earth and the heavens, remembering ourselves as essential links between the heaven and earth, containing within us the lower, the middle, and the upper realms. And we circulate the heart-centered awareness throughout those three realms of existence. So we'll do pushing the sky of our limitations to complete the session. And so from here, inhale, draw the energy in, and exhale, bring it all around you. Bring the hands together. Thank you. So now we'll sit into meditation to complete the session. Bring the body as upright as possible to allow the energy to travel harmoniously throughout our being. And we'll do medicinal breath. Twice inhale through the nose, once exhale through the mouth. And we can restore our breath, focusing the breath at the tips of our noses, feeling the breath permeating our entire organism. As we inhale, we visualize the energy rising from the tailbone up through the spinal column to the top center of the head, and as we exhale, it descends through the front center of our body, all the way to the lower belly and the perineum, and we keep circulating, scanning our awareness from the bottom up and from the top down as we exhale. Now we can dedicate the merit to all beings. Whatever benefit we experience in the session, may it reciprocate in our lives and the lives of others. Thank you, friends. Wonderful session today. And so now we have a little bit of time to integrate the practice, to get deeper insight into it. So if there's reflections and questions, you're welcome to share them. So you can raise your hand or type in the comments. Hi, Natalie.
Good morning, good afternoon. I have a couple comments, but a question. That last one we did with the perineum, I didn't understand when you were holding it on the inhale and the exhale, or would
Yeah.
it alternate? Yeah,
Yeah,
both?
so you're basing the exercise, you hold it throughout the duration of the whole exercise, but every time you exhale and you bring the hands down, you squeeze it even more. But then you keep squeezing. And so then that creates a connection between the top center of the head, the cerebra, the craniosacral connection. So actually there's been a lot of research about the perineum exercise, and it can improve the functioning of inner organs by up to 30% if you do it regularly, and brings vitality. So there's been experiments in the, what do you call it, the space program, in the Soviet Union space program, where they did this exercise, and they found that there was a dramatic increase in vitality and energy, focus, concentration when people would do that continuously throughout the day even. And that's a very ancient technique from Qigong. So that creates this connection. The craniosacral connection allows the cerebrospinal fluid circulation, and the perineal muscles also connect to all the major vital organs in the body. So traditionally in Qigong it's been a big part of it. Nowadays, Qigong is more done for the physical exercise or postures. So the inner cultivation, has been missing a bit from the more modern versions.
Yes. Speaking of vitality, I'm often amazed how this practice, even just from the 2 days, has woken up muscles and parts of my body that I didn't, that I didn't even know were there. So that's great that there's like vitality coming back, and the chi ball felt even stronger today.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and the last question that I had was kind of around the idea of I've been like working with this concept of pathological demand avoidance. And I know for like doing things like Qigong, doing them for myself is difficult, but if you can think of other reasons why humans avoid things, or like why it's so difficult to stick to these things that are so nourishing for us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can definitely relate with you, and that's why I find that it's always much better to do it with friends. Right, because by myself I don't have as much motivation because I'm just one little person. But if my motivation is to share it with a greater organism, with the greater collective, then my motivation becomes so much greater. Because just for myself, I wouldn't do it so much. Right? But then I find it so nourishing and beneficial when we reciprocate, when we share. That's a big part of these ancient traditions, the intentional community, that we can all encourage each other. Otherwise, there is resistance to life and just hiding in the comfort zone and the familiar kind of disempowering routine, and that's a human tendency, I find. So definitely there has to be this conscious snapping out continuously through life, making that effort to reach beyond the comfort zone. And life will do it to us anyway, but it's good to do it voluntarily.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, Natalie. Great to share the practice with you and to keep bringing the spark up. And
Thank
Ian?
you.
Hi, Ian.
Hi, Roman.
Great to see
Nice
you.
to see you and beautiful you, Natalie. And I'm very, very happy to see Claudia, my friend, here today. And
Wonderful.
and yeah, I recommended this to her last night. She was pretty excited about it. So I'm happy that I could share that with her. And yeah, and I was happy that I could be here as well because I kind of felt the kind of similar energy as Natalie did. It's just difficult to kind of wrap my mind around getting past some of these new and old tumors that are coming up and giving pain. And yeah, and of course, I still have issues with the perineal strengthening that, of course, Natalie was speaking about, and I've brought up like 100 times before. And it's mostly because that's where my tumors are, and it's quite painful to kind of concentrate on that. So I'm still kind of wondering if I could play with a little bit more relaxing of the perineum because my whole life is all about strengthening that area, trying to get past these blockages.
Yeah, definitely you can play around with it. And again, the point is to really connect the lower and the upper, right? The craniosacral connection. So you can, just, visualize that energy rising, right? And then, maybe like do it more gently, squeeze the perineum more gently and just allow that energy to circulate. Because the point is not just squeezing, because we habitually do that. But the point is to move the energy, to circulate it.
To find that relaxation and be able to squeeze it kind of like a pump. I'm with you.
Wonderful. Yeah, and of course, I find, before I engage, whether with these practices or with the ceremonies or other practices that I do, I always need to step over my ego's resistance. I always find like some resistance. But then once I get into it, I love it. And so, I've learned that, yeah, there is this, minor inconvenience before that sometimes may seem like a big deal, but then once I step through that portal, and then, it's just, there's a lot of beauty and vitality and inspiration.
Got to get to that much first, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you, Roman.
That's great. So really wonderful to see everyone. And tomorrow is our third day of practice. And we'll continue to work with the first two centers and then awaken the upper center a bit more. So our last day practice in the series usually is a little bit longer. So we might go a little bit over time tomorrow, just warning you. Also, yesterday I mentioned the booklet with the postures. So actually, I confused. It's today we will send it out. Once we introduce more of the postures, then we share the booklet. So you should receive the booklet today with today's recording and some reflections. Be well, everyone. Much love. Take care of yourselves and each other, and see you soon.